ดีครับ Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, and all the judges, thank you so much for joining us today. I would like to welcome all of you officially to SpaceF Incubator Batch 1 Demo Day, the first food tech incubator and accelerator of Thailand. Thank you. I can see so many familiar faces. We kind of saw each other last time, beginning of this year, and also in the past months. There's so much ups and downs, and right here we are back again, and so much more interesting and important event that we have to be here. As SpaceF is the hub of both domestic and international. Food tech startup across various sectors which can change the world's food industry. Ladies and gentlemen, today you are here with me, Joe Sholowit Wongsiwa. It is such an honor for me to be here to officially welcome all of you. In the past 10 months, our incubator teams have been working really hard to transform their disruptive ideas into reality and create positive impact on the food industry. And today, they will be up here on this stage and present to you their innovative products to increase awareness, raise fund, and also seek the new partners of the business partners in order to be supporting them throughout the whole journey and interrupting this sector. The 4 highlights of today, first thing first, of course, the pitching of the 7 startup teams that will be up here on stage. 5 of them are here and 2 are on the video call. 6 of the teams are from Thailand and 1 is from Singapore. Second, there will be the startup SpaceF Incubator booth displays, which I think you have seen it already right here outside of the auditorium. So please make sure that you spend some time and checking it all out. Third, the keynote speech of Thai Union and Innovation by Kun Thirapong Chansiri, President and CEO of Thai Union Group Public Company Limited. He is here today and will be up here on the stage as well. Last but not least, the networking session at the very end of the event today. So after the pitching, after the certificate ceremony and everything, please feel free to stay here and enjoy the moment and network with all of the teams and also all of us right here as well. This is a very good opportunity for us to be here together. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this wonderful event would not be happening today without great support of our 3 co-founders. I would like to specially thank to NIA, Thai Union, and Mahidol University. These 3 main forces and also Expera Thailand are the ones behind the success of this beautiful and wonderful program throughout the year. In addition, we have also onboarded our corporate partner, Thai Bev, and supporting partners Beta Grow and Deloitte for our next batch as well. So our SpaceF Batch 2 will be of even greater success. But we are not here, only us here today, because right now we are being live streamed on YouTube as well on our channel. So please make sure that you go to your Facebook browser or application and just type in space-f. You will see the whole video of being live streamed right here and interact with it, comments, like, and share the video to share this great experience with the world. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much it. And in order to start, I would like to invite our VVIP to join us on stage. Please welcome our Executive Director of NIA to join me in opening speech. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Panat Chairat.
Sorry, I prepare both analog and digital format of my speech today. Good afternoon, Kun Thirapong Chansiri, President and CEO of Thai Union Group, Kun Thapana Siriwathana Phakdi, President and CEOs of Thai Beverage, and also the executive from Thai Union, Thai Bev, Beta Grow, Deloitte, and also Expera. I would like to express the gratitude and congratulate 7 startups in our incubators to join hands with us today. If you carefully take a look on what they have been done, I would say that there are at least 4 specific deep technologies that they are working on. Alternative protein, sensors technologies and AI, plant-based technologies, and food printing, which is all the emerging technologies and emerging business model. Before I arrived here, I just joined another session online. Because of the COVID, I do not need to fly to Singapore. So I joined the event this morning under the topics of deep technology economy in ASEAN. I think deep technology is timely, relevant to our current situation. We are facing with pandemic. We are facing with climate change, and at the same time, we are already entering a global economic crisis. That's why innovation in the time of crisis is a timely agenda for both public and private sector. I would like to share with you at least 5 or 6 trends regarding to deep technology, and I believe this year is the year of deep technology in Thailand and also in Southeast Asia. In Thailand, deep technology investments heavily rely on Thai corporate, so-called conglomerate or large national corporation in many areas, ranging from alternative energies, food, agriculture, service, and tourism. And you can name it a lot. And this is already a phenomenon in Thailand. That's the roles of big corporate on investment already in place. This is the first trend. The second trend is on the roles of government. The governments share at least 2 trends here. The first, not only NAA and also some others promoting agencies under the umbrellas of the government, we start working closely with the corporate on at least 2 specific endeavors. We have SpaceX as the first and foremost FOODTECH accelerators and incubator, I would say, not only in the region, but maybe in the world, that we join hand together between the governments and also the private sector, in particular big firms, and other specific sectors that we work closely with corporate. The second one is on fund. The government announced InnoSpace to be pre-seed and seed stage investment, working closely with the government bank and also the big corporate. This is the third trend that you can see. The emerging trends that I would say that it just started is on space. How you could imagine that Thailand will entering into space economy. The research and technology organization in Thailand in some specific areas on satellite, on astronomy, start to think about how we can work on space economy. And I believe that this new initiative may join and bridge between FOODTECH and space economy. Who knows? And this is another new activities, and it can be innovation by itself. And the last one, I think, after this specific incubation program, I believe this is just the start of 7 startup endeavors into deep tech investments and their growth state. We provide grant, bigger size ticket, and also the growth program. And we would like some of you today return to our accelerators. Don't forget that SpaceX, we have both incubators and accelerators. Today we portray incubators achievement, but tomorrow we love you to return as a high potential startup companies to be the candidates for our accelerators. And also we work closely with Board of Investment on bringing in more high potential startups and investment into Thailand. And I hope that all of you will success. And I would like to thank you for all contribution from our partner from private sector and from universities. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much ขอเสียงปรบมือดังๆด้วยนะครับ A big round of applause to Dr. พันอาจชัยรัตน์ Thank you so much for your speech. Deep technology, innovation and everything is even more important for our life, especially during this time. And next, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome our special speaker to share with us about Thai Union and also FOODTECH startups. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a very warm welcome to President and CEO of Thai Union Group PLC คุณธีรพงษ์จันทร์สิริขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับท่านครับ
Dr. Panat Chairat, Executive Director of National Innovation Agency. Associate Professor Dr. Sitiwat Lertsili, Faculty of Science, Mahidol University. Kun Thapana Siriwattana Phakdi, President and CEO Thai Bev. Mr. Karen Bax, Partner at Deloitte Consulting, member of the media and distinguished guests. Good afternoon and thank you everyone for joining us here today for the graduation and demo day of our SpaceF Batch 1 incubator startup. Last year, with the close collaboration between the National Innovation Agency, Mahidol University, and Thai Union, we started SpaceF with the hope that it would nurture deep tech startup in the food industry and to support the startup ecosystem in Thailand. Thai Union believes that innovation is critical to growth, not only to our company, but also to the wider food industry, as it offers an uncompromising competitive advantage at every level. Therefore, we are committed to investing in innovation. 6 years ago, we founded the Global Innovation Center, where over 100 researchers and scientists are working diligently to bring new innovations to the market. We are also committed to open innovation. We work with external parties, including university, research institutions, and food tech startups. In today's world, open innovation has become increasingly important as it provides a fast track to the latest innovative ideas and technologies. In addition to our in-house innovation effort, our engagement in SpaceF is an important part of this. I have spoken previously of my excitement about Thai Union being part of SpaceF from the very beginning. The opportunity to support the startup ecosystem in Thailand, and the opportunity to get early access to innovative food tech startup with the potential for close cooperation. Fast forward to today, and I'm happy to say that I have been overwhelmed by how positive SpaceF has been and the exposure it has given us to investment opportunities. SpaceF may still be in its infancy, but the future looks very bright. To see such impressive advances already is incredibly motivating for me personally. And I know that our partners in SpaceF are also excited about the opportunities that lie ahead of all of us as this program continues to grow. Today, I'm very pleased to welcome you to the Demo Day, which is an important event of the SpaceF program. You will see how innovative ideas have come to life and the commercial opportunities that await. I'm confident that going forward, we will see them start to bear fruit in the near future. Please enjoy the upcoming presentations of the SpaceF Incubator startup. I'm sure you are as excited as I am to see what these young companies are working on as they shape the future of the food tech industry. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. A big round of applause, please. คุณธีรพงษ์เดี๋ยวเชิญอยู่ต่อก่อนนะครับผม May I invite you to please remain on stage for our photo session up next. And yes, we cannot be even more excited to see all of the teams coming up on stage and present today. เชิญตรงกลางได้เลยนะครับผม Ladies and gentlemen, for this photo session, I would like to invite again Dr. Panat Chairat to please join us on stage with other executives. And also, please welcome Khun Thapanasiri Wattanapakdi, President and CEO of Thai Beverages PLC. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Khun Chang Libertong, Senior Vice President of Thai Beverage PLC, to join us too. And please welcome Dr. Thanyawat Kasem Suwan, Global Innovation Director of Thai Union Group PLC. Thank you very much for joining us today. Next, please welcome Associate Professor Dr. Sithiwat Lertsiri, SpaceX Committee. ขอเรียนเชิญท่านรองศาสตราจารย์ Dr. Sithiwat Lertsiri ด้วยนะครับ Last but not least, I would like to invite Dr. Naren Shuti Jirawong, Clients and Industries Director of Deloitte Touche Tohmatsu Chayot Company Limited. Please join us in this very special session.ลำดับถัดจากนี้นะครับเดี๋ยวจะขอเรียนเชิญสตาร์ทอัพนะครับทุกทีมขึ้นร่วมถ่ายภาพกับท่านผู้บริหารของเรานะครับ Right after this first shot, I would like to invite all of the startup teams to join in the photo session on stage. Alright, can we get one big smile from all of you, please? Okay นะครับ Okay, please remain on stage and may I invite all of the startup members to join us on stage too เรียนเชิญเลยนะครับสมาชิกจาก Startup ทั้ง 5 ทีมนะครับที่วันนี้จะมาขึ้น present นะครับบนเวทีกับเรานะครับขอเชิญ Sesame Milk นะครับ More Meat Artificial Anything Advanced Green Corn นะครับและ Let's Plant Meat ครับThank you very much Startup Team ขอบคุณครับ Thank you very much for joining us in this photo session ขอบคุณทั้ง 5 ทีมนะครับรวมทั้งท่านคณะกรรมการด้วยนะครับเดี๋ยวเรียนเชิญทุกท่านด้านล่างก่อนเลยนะครับ อย่าลืมนะครับในวันนี้นะครับเรากำลังไลฟ์สตรีมนะครับผ่าน YouTube Channel ด้วยนะครับ Space F นะครับสามารถที่จะเข้าไปที่ช่อง YouTube ดังกล่าวนะครับพร้อมทั้งกดไลค์นะฮะคอมเมนต์แล้วก็กดแชร์ด้วยนะครับสวัสดีคุณผู้ชมที่อยู่ทางบ้านนะที่รับชมพร้อมกันอยู่ตอนนี้มีอะไรนะครับสามารถคอมเมนต์เข้ามาได้เลยนะครับ Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now we have come to the moment that we have all been waiting for, the pitching of 7 teams that will be presenting today. But ladies and gentlemen, first thing first, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce you to our 3 honorable judges right here today. First, please give a big warm welcome to คุณนิชาพัฒน์ Ark from Open Space Ventures สวัสดีครับ Next, please welcome คุณอมรสมบูรณ์ from Siri Venture. Last but not least, please welcome คุณปารดาทรัพย์ประเสริฐ from 500 Tuk-Tuks. หลายท่านคงคุ้นหน้ากันอยู่นะครับเราเจอกันมาหลายครั้งแล้วนะครับรวมไปถึงสตาร์ทอัพทั้ง5 ทีมนะที่อยู่กับเราที่นี่นะแล้วก็อีก2 ทีมเดี๋ยวจะมาในวิดีโอคอลนะครับ Ladies and gentlemen, first I would like to remind you that all of the teams, each team will be given 15 minutes each, 5 minutes for the pitching part and 10 minutes for the Q&A session. The time will be shown right here at the monitor in front of the speakers on the stage, and the clock will be ticking backwards. So please focus on that numbers. First will be 5 and the next will be 10, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, today we have 5 teams that will be presenting and pitching live on this stage, and other 2 teams will be pitching through the video calls. And of course, they will do the Q&A session live through the video calls, I believe it's Zoom, with all of the judges as well. All right, without further ado, I am sure they are ready. พร้อมแล้วใช่ไหมครับ เสียงเบามากเลยนะพร้อมแล้วใช่ไหมครับ โอเคพร้อมแล้วนะฮะกรรมการของเราก็พร้อมเหมือนกันผมก็พร้อมแล้วนะครับ Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the very first team, the first company to extract milk from sesame นะฮะ Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sesame Milk.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. My name is Siri Pen, CEO of Sesame Milk, the new innovative plant-based milk. We are healthier than other plant milk. Our product is a sesame milk. Why people move from dairy to plant-based? First, dairy allergy or lactose intolerance, which 75 to 90% of these people globally allergic to. Second, consumers are more health concerned and health conscious. They are more aware about antibiotic, cancer, diabetes, overweight, and so much more. Last point is environmental concern. People are more concerned about animal farming, which create carbon pollution and also global warming. Plant-based also has a problem, such as GMO, soy and nut allergic, and excessive water usage in plantation. Those are the reasons why sesame is suitable to be a new plant-based milk. Sesame milk is higher in nutrition and more sustainable. Sesame milk is higher and superfood in sesame, be dairy-free, soy and nut-free, and also gluten-free. Sesame is an ancient superfood with high source of cholesterol absorption, anti-cancer property, anti-inflammatory, and also protect heart health. Growing sesame is environmental friendly. Sesame is drought-resistant crop. From the graph, sesame is used less water than cow milk and other plant milk. Therefore, sesame milk is a perfect solution. Our milk extract purely from sesame premium grade, Thai sesame seed. We low in glycemic, we not added oil, and we not add thickener. Let's come and have a look at milk market. This market has a size of 13 billion US dollar, and 45% are in Asia Pacific, with annual growth rate at 8% globally. Our customers are lactose intolerant, soy and nut allergic, vegan, health concerned and health conscious group, and we also target at B2B market like hotel, restaurant, cafe, and also food ingredients industry. Our marketing strategy are distribution partnership, trade show, and we more focus on e-commerce. We have knowledge and expertise in preparing sesame. We have enough and potential in supply raw material to the market, and we also keen on sourcing and do contact farming. We can help farmer to promote sesame from Thailand, and we trademark our sesame milk in 10 countries, and we also IP in Thailand and Japan. We start to develop our sesame milk in year 2016 to 2018, and we also got the first seed funding in the year 2018, and we first launched sesame milk in March 2019. Until now, we are selling in 500 stores across country, and we also export to Japan, Macau, Hong Kong, and Vietnam. Our current revenue is $397,000 with 642,000 units sold, and we expected to reach 63 million by the year 2025, which we plan to sell international 80% and local 20%. Here is sesame milk product range in 3 to 5 years, which more focus on sizings and variety of flavors. Sesame milk team is me as a CEO, Mr. Watana, CTO. We both have background in sesame field for more than 10 years, together with another 2 professors from Thai leading university as our advisor. After sesame milk launch, we got award winning from ThaiFex Innovation Show 2019, Leader Award from Chivajit, and also 7 Innovation Show this year. For this round, I'm raising for $1 million to help sesame milk to expand to global market. Thank you so much, and don't forget, invest in health, invest in sesame milk.
Thank you so much ขอบคุณครับ Clear cut in a short presentation. Wow. All right. That's a very good choice for non-dairy lover, you know. Okay, let's hear it from the judges, please.
สวัสดีค่ะ
ค่ะ สวัสดีค่ะ Thanks a lot for your very nice presentation นะคะ Just allow me to ask a few questions so that I understand sesame milk more, right? I'm sure you have done so many customer survey. Could you share with us the top 2 reasons why customers love you and why some of the customers don't like it?
Yeah, for the reason that customer like our milk because we are pure sesame.
What is your core technology? Like in which process are you incorporating the technology into your product?
Actually, the process that innovative is the state that we prepare sesame. Actually, not every sesame that can produce milk with the good taste, because and it is a milk. Sesame is a oil base, so it's difficult to make it a milk, and we can make it with the process that we start from select the strength, and also we extract it. Yes.
And this process, no one else can easily replicate.
For the preparing state, more difficult to imitate.
It takes time.
Yeah, it takes time.
Okay. Hello. Thank you for the presentation. I just would like to touch a bit on the market. When comparing between B2B and B2C market, like how's the portion between those 2 segments?
When we start at the consumer market first, and we going for the past years, we start in the consumer market, but from now on, we are more into the B2C, because right now we just launched the 1 liter size, so it's suitable for cafe and B2C more than B2C.
And when comparing between the price point that you compare with the traditional milk and almond milk, like how you position your pricing?
Right now, our price is highest in all kind of milk, even the oat milk or the almond milk, because of the raw material. As, because sesame is the superfood, so it's come in the price that the raw material is very expensive, like 2 times more than almond. In the market, the price of sesame is around 2,000 USD per ton,
Almond is about
but
one-
almond is
nine-
only
900.
900. So, and the percentage that we put in our milk, of the raw material in our milk, is much more higher than other milk.
Is there any way to bring the price down? What's the plan?
Yeah, we have a plan that because of the MOQ that we produce, the more that we produce, so the cost of the production and also the contact that we do can reduce down.
So let's say you already shared with us that you have sold like 642,000 boxes, right? How long from that point to the point that you can bring the price down, let's say, as comparable to like almond milk?
Yeah, we can bring the price down, start from the next batch. I mean, in next year, the price can reduce.
To be the same price as the almond milk.
The cost can be the same, but we won't set our price to be the same as almond, because the price of sesame in consumer perception is a little bit higher. So, and the percentage that we use and the benefit that we give it to customer is different from other milk. So we can set it a little bit higher, but the cost can reduce.
I'm not sure, I could be wrong, right? I feel that from the consumer point of view, almonds are more expensive than sesame, but I could be wrong. Yeah, let me ask you, I'm sorry. Let me ask you one more question before I allow the other judges to ask as well, right? I think this is like any consumer product, right? That you have to be super good at marketing, very good at educating your consumer that this is the best, they should, though you are like 3x more expensive, I should still pay for it. What's the plan?
Since we launched Sesame Milk, we plan to give education to consumer through our online and also to the influencer, and also we promote our product together with the hospital to educate people more that how can you get the benefit from sesame,
Right,
and how
but-
it's good to your...
Sure, but you said that you launched in March last year, am I
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
And when I search, just do the Google search, I have not seen, any influencer doing the marketing. So have you done it, or you plan to do it? I'm sorry.
We done it. We used the around four,
About three
3 to 4
to four
yes.
influencer. Yes.
Yeah, so I guess you are still at the early days, right? But I guess the marketing side is really one of the key thing that you have to think about, like carefully how to do it. Okay.
Okay, apart from the commercial side, I would like to go back to the sustainability point of view. How are you sourcing the materials? Are you helping the farmers, or can you share more on that point?
Yes, because we use only Thai sesame seed, so we not only sourcing from Thai, and we also help farmer to grow. We promote the sesame in Thailand too, and we also do the contact farming with farmer, because we have knowledge in growing too. Many farmers don't know how to grow, and we have knowledge in growing part, so we help and working together with farmer.
And we set the price that can compete with the market in
So
the
help farmer
to get more. Yes.
more money.
Could you please share a little bit more about your team, please? About your team.
Oh, my team.
Yep.
We both have background in sesame field for more than 10 years because we came from the sesame factory manufacturing. We're hauling sesame for 60 years. It's our family business. So we have knowledge about sesame and we want to add up value for Thai sesame. That's why it's come up with this project.
And a professor.
Yeah, and we work together with a professor from King Mongkut University.
Right, so I have half minutes left. What are the top 3 things that you would like to do for this year?
The first
Maybe the
thing
next 12 months, I'm sorry. This year almost done.
Next one.
Yeah, the first one is we want to export as much as we can. Because we are the first one who can produce sesame milk, we want to get advantage from first mover. Right now, we already export to 4 countries. So in the next year, we plan to export to Singapore, Taiwan, and also China. And the second one is we want to launch the black sesame milk in the liter size. This one is in our plan and will be at the end of this year. And the last one is we want to help farmer to grow next year.
All right, thank you so much. A big round of applause, please.
Thank you so much.
ขอบคุณนะครับขอบคุณครับ The first in the world sesame milk. That is very interesting. But like our judge said, it's good to have great products and good ingredients and all the productions and everything. But how to make it known and how to make it be understood by the audience, the customers, the target customers, that is even more important to, make it grow even further. เป็นกำลังใจให้นะครับ Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next team will be with us via the video call right here on the screen. They are from Singapore. This team is a 3D food printing company which will be joining us right now. พร้อมแล้วใช่ไหมครับถ้าพร้อมแล้วนะครับ Let's hear it from Enrich 3D.
Hello everyone, I'm Anirudh and this is Enriched. We are working on food 3D printing for personalized nutrition. Nutrition is very personal and everyone has different nutritional requirements depending on their medical history and their preferences. But in a hospital or care facility, these differences are life and death extreme. But the facilities are limited to the standard meal options that they can provide. This leads to suboptimal nutrition, causing medical complications. But with current technology, it's logistically and economically infeasible to provide individual level personalization. It would be great if we could just integrate nutritional optimization in the care for the highest risk patients. Depending on the level of risk and type of patient, we could produce better health outcomes at lower overall cost, literally doing more with less. So how does food 3D printing fit in? You take an ingredient, make it into a base and extrude it out layer by layer to make 3D shapes. When you do that with multiple extruders, you control the amount of every ingredient. So you get personalized nutrition according to every individual's requirement. That's the nutritional optimization we mentioned earlier. And because it's 3D printed, the same optimized meal can be in any shape or format you prefer based on convenience or preference. We are making an industrial machine for mass production so that personalized nutrition is available and affordable for everyone. This is the main solution for the care facilities. You create personalized profiles for every patient. We make meal plan programs accordingly and produce the food base, stock up the printers, then a centralized manufacturing facility with many food 3D printers produce personalized meals for every individual. These meals are then post-processed by heating or cooling as the case may be, and then sent to the right customers. Compared to our competition, say traditional catering, we have individual level personalization. Compared to most other food 3D printers, we have more materials, larger scale, and personalized nutrition algorithms developed with the hospitals. Compared to the supplement printers, we produce full meals instead of small tablets, and we use healthy natural ingredients instead of extracts or chemicals. This makes Enriched especially well suited for our main application of personalized meal programs. Speaking of which, our main revenue stream would be the subscription for these meal programs, but we can also rent or sell the printers or have subscription for the food-based recipes or the geometries or consultation to develop new food-based recipes or new geometries. These are all the different market segments that we are looking into. All of these are multi-billion-dollar market segments, and the same underlying technology is applicable to all simultaneously. This makes it a robust investment, resilient amid market fluctuations because of the diversification. This is our 5-year commercialization plan, starting off with one-off printer sales and one manufacturing facility. We establish the main applications in Singapore first, and then expand those applications internationally. Then we go into more complicated applications and eventually make 3D printed food mainstream so that personalized nutrition is available and affordable for everyone. This is the team. We have already collaborated with the Allspice Institute for developing the food base and food safety approvals. Most of the research is done at NTU University with the help of all of these institutions. These are all the customers that have already given us letters of intent, especially these two hospitals that have given LOIs even amid the pandemic, showing how urgent and important this application is. Surveying the general public, we find that most people understand the importance of personalization when it comes to nutrition. And most people surveyed are willing to try out 3D printed food. The market is ready for this. We are raising 75,000 Singapore dollars by issuing convertible note. This is how we intend to use those funds. Thank you. Please check out our social media channels, our YouTube channel, our main website. Enriched is ushering in a new age of how we consume food. The future of food is 3D printed.
Thank you. A big round of applause, please. Wow. I am now excited to see how they look like on the screen and Zoom. Can we have them on the screen now เชิญเลยนะครับถ้าพร้อมแล้วนะฮะตอนนี้ซูมมาโดยตรงจากสิงคโปร์นะครับ Enrich 3D นะครับ And if you ask if anyone would want to try the 3D printed food, I will be one of them. Have anyone tried before? No, right? I literally have no idea what it looks like. All right, hello. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
All right, you have 10 minutes in this Q&A session with the judges. You ready? Okay, go ahead.
Hi, thanks a lot for your presentation. Just for me to understand clearly, there's some of the slides that you have shown us the final product, right? It's print come out in a square, in a round shape, not in a real food that we used to. Is that correct?
I'm going to show you something. So this is what it would look like when we are printing with multiple materials. This is what it could be like you have biscuits with multiple materials here, some fancy shape. You can have sandwiches and burgers as well. So those will be the foods that are closest to the foods that we are already familiar with, but we can make all types of different geometries with this.
Right, because as we all know, the presentation.
ตอนนี้ผมใช้เน็ตผมอยู่ที่ได้จากผมว่ามันโหลดทางปีทางการไหน
เราได้ยินในห้องคอนโทรลหมดเลย ตอนนี้คุยต่อได้เลยไหมฮะ
Hello?
Hello?
Excuse me, can you still hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, right. So the printed food will look like the top right, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. So my question is that the presentation of the food is, one of the key thing why people would enjoy a meal, right? Right. But you believe that these, the presentation that would be printed out would still incentivize people to eat, especially those who are, in bed, sick in bed?
In fact, the main application of food 3D printing as it stands today with most of the competitors is in fine dining. Most food 3D printing is just used for the presentation aspect. So I think that that is not just something that will be acceptable, but would be the first market that we will go into.
Excuse me, I'm not sure I understand your answer. Sorry for that. You said that you go to fine dining. Is that right?
Yes, we start with restaurants and hospitality establishments where we can just have a few ingredients and some simple shapes, and from there we branch out to a more complicated personalized nutrition.
Right. So let me understand it. Why you start by fine dining, but your LOI are signed with hospitals? I'm not sure. I understand.
Yes. So these are some of the LOIs for the different customers we approached so far. This is the caterer and this is the restaurant, and we are getting more traction from the restaurants and caterers first. But the main application that we would want to have, the beachhead market, would still be the hospitals and care facilities for the personalized nutrition. It's just that in the beginning it's easier to start with just making the few printers with a few different bases, and we can start selling from there.
Right. Okay. Can you go back to your revenue model page?
Yes, this one.
Oh, no. Yep. Right. So you will have the subscription. This definitely not for the fine dining. Which one that you will use with the fine dining, and which one with the hospital? And can I ask for the gross profit?
Yes. So the cost of the printer itself is going to be around $5,000. So in the rental as well as the sale, we keep around 50% profit margin. The subscription for the meat programs is also similar with around 50% profit margin. So the rental and sales are for the caterers and restaurants and hotels, and these two segments are also for those that want to delve more deeply into developing new base, new recipes, new shapes, and this is the main revenue stream that we will have once we have personalized nutrition going for the hospitals.
All right.
Hi. Well, this is definitely like the like the new idea that we haven't really seen before, but that also comes with a lot of questions from us. A lot, like Nisha has already raised, like some points about if the patients or the consumers will have enough appetite, when they see the products, and I still, don't I'm not totally convinced about like your value proposition. Is it really necessary to use the 3D printer to print like the the food that has the nutritions that we want, it's like we have to go out of our way to prepare the meal, and it's just so easy for like people to prepare like the clean meal. So can you convince me a little more why why do we even need a 3D printer?
Yes, that's because it is personalized to the individual patient. It's not just that you are able to prepare a soft meal for someone with dysphagia, or you are just able to make one standard visually appealing meal, or
Yeah,
that you just
sorry.
able to make something that is for someone with a particular medical condition. It's all of those things at the same time. You are able to make things soft or hard. You are able to make them in whatever shape or format you prefer, like bite-sized meal or something much larger. Many meals throughout the day or fewer meals which are larger, something in a different format. And most importantly, all of these can be individually customized according to the individual. So for every patient, based on their medical history, their preferences, and their current condition, we can have a different meal. And that's the difference in personalization that can help with the reduction in overall risk, especially over shorter periods of time like we have in most.
Yeah, so because of this, I understand that the people who are willing to pay for, this 100% personalized nutrition would be in a very, very small sector because it will incur like so much extra cost comparing to, the mass people who would be fine with just, if I need more proteins, then the hospital would cook me like the fish, for example. Like, do you think is it going to sell and like, are you going to able to scale? That's my question.
For the hospital application, that's where we started going for working with the different hospitals that have given us letters of intent. And the main thing that we will be investigating while doing research with them is to figure out which section of the highest risk patients can be provided with these kind of meals and how much overall cost can be saved. The whole point is that overall the cost should be less. So it is not about being able to afford these so-called fancy meals, but having these meals will actually reduce your overall cost and improve your well-being. That is the main selling point.
Okay, so in the long run, it will be cheaper, right?
Even in the short run,
Okay.
it's supposed to be overall cheap, but in every case, it's more like in insurance. So if you take an insurance, usually the total amount you end up paying is less than what you would if you wait for the disaster to happen, which is here code for medical complications. Other than this, the fact that we have a lot of different applications is what makes this more of a robust business. So even if clinical nutrition turns out to be a smaller market, we still have functional foods, fine dining, and other personalized nutrition, even kids nutrition. And we have some videos on the YouTube channel explaining every single application. I'm glad you could check that out.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you so much. The time is up. Thank you for joining us today. Enrich 3D. I am sure a big round of applause. I'm sure we still have a lot more questions for this new technology and how it would fit into our lifestyle or anyone's lifestyle in the market that he was talking about, whether it be hospitals or fine dining and everything like that. So please go visit their website. It's enrich3d.com. Okay, now we are moving on to our third team today. They are from the food safety and quality sector. This team is an Internet of Things sensor platform for food transportation. They are from Thailand, but now they are in Hong Kong, so they are now online with us through the video call as well. This is the second and the last team that will be presenting through online, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Quali Fresh. Hello. Quality Fresh, can you hear us?
Hello and welcome to our pitch, QualiFresh. I am Channon, the co-founder and COO of QualiFresh. Our goal is to reduce food waste by increasing the efficiency in the cold chain logistics. It has been reported that in 2020, the total food waste in the world is $270 billion US. This problem, if not solved, is projected to increase to $1.5 trillion US by 2050. Of the $270 billion US food wasted, cold chain logistics account for more than half of the waste. Therefore, this area needs to be severely investigated. Cold chain logistics involve the transportation of goods where temperature needs to be controlled. We will often see that the cold chain logistics is broken. The areas in which the cold chain is likely to be broken is in the warehouse or the docking area. These areas are often congested and are hectic. Goods are sometimes left unsupervised. These goods will be exposed to significant environmental changes. This will catalyze the spoilage of goods, resulting in loss of capital and reputation. Our solution to this problem is the QualiFresh IoT cloud-based platform, where the environmental conditions in the warehouse, docking area, and delivery trucks can be monitored and controlled. By using our own in-house QualiFresh IoT sensor box. Our IoT sensor box will collect real-time information, which will be processed in the ERP. Also, the data collected will be passed on to our own AI algorithm to help identify the problem and create a solution. Moreover, our integrated blockchain technology will make the data more secure and traceable. The standard QualiFresh IoT box will have temperature, humidity, location, and vibration tracking capabilities. However, other types of sensors or even existing sensors in the warehouse or docking areas can be integrated to our platform as well. We would like to point out that the global market size for IoT devices in the cold chain logistics will reach $3.9 billion in 2025, and the market size of Asia Pacific alone will reach $1 billion. Our competitor in this space are Rombi, Tax Sensors, and SCG Express. Our strength would be that we are familiar with the business practice in Southeast Asia and especially Thailand. Also, our platform is easy to implement and customize. And by using blockchain technology in our platform, we will make the data more secure and traceable, which also later on we can introduce smart contracts feature to our platform as well. Also, our machine learning and big data analysis feature will help to identify the problem and also create a solution. Now, I would like to introduce our team. We are a team of technical engineering backgrounds and have a vast experience working with global companies such as Sita, Nokia, and IBM. We are currently working with TPBI Public Limited Company, which is a total solution provider for plastic packaging products, and recently also deployed our solution to a major player in the food and logistic industry in Thailand. Our business model would be a rental subscription model. The standard base unit price for the QualiFresh IoT sensor box will be 1,000 baht per unit and varies upon customization. This will help keep the customer initial investment low. And lastly, we are looking for an investment of 10 million Thai baht to commercialize our prototype. and the breakdown of the investment usage is shown in the pie chart. So help us reduce food waste by increasing the efficiency of the cold chain logistics. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much. All right. This team is from food safety and quality sector, and they are now ready on Zoom for the live Q&A session with the judges. ถ้าพร้อมแล้วเชิญเลยนะครับ Hello there, can you hear us?
Yes.
All right, now it's our Q&A session live with the judges. If you're ready, the judge เชิญเลยนะครับ
Hi สวัสดีค่ะ Thanks for presentation ค่ะ Could you go back to your slide about competitor as you rightly point out that you are not the only one doing this solution, right? Just want to understand your key competitive advantages. Very cute stickers. I think you will win because of your stickers.
That's the cutest one.
I showed the wrong screen.
Don't worry, we've seen it. This is what I'm scared of the most if I have to do the video call and Zoom. I cannot. All right, เชิญเลยครับ
Or you can walk us through it as well, your advantages. So in the meantime, let me share with you, right? Some of your competitors do not charge the setup cost, right? And then what they charge is they charge the cost saving sharing.
Okay. Did you see my slide in here?
Nope.
No. Okay. About this one?
Not yet.
Not yet. I think you can just go ahead and tell us more about it. The time
Right.
is ticking.
Okay. Can you repeat the question again?
Sure. The question is about the advantages that your IoT devices provide compared to your competitors. Maybe just tell us the.
Currently, from what we see in the market.
ค่ะ
Okay. From what is in the competitor in the market, one of them start using the blockchain, but they're starting to develop it as well. And then most of them, they also don't try to integrate with existing sensor, which is they already have it. Normally, in manufacturing, they already have those sensors installed. So that what our advantage, we try to customize some system to integrate with the existing system, the existing sensor, and also we provide over the blockchain with the data transport, so that you can do the traceability on the data.
Right, and then to my second question, I'm not sure whether you are trying to help save the utility cost too.
Yes.
Right. So, yeah, ค่ะ. So my question is that some of your competitors, right, they do not charge setup costs at all, but what they say to the partner that they work with is that, let's say 50% of the cost saving on utility bills, they will get that. So A lot of customers go to that competitor because they feel that they have nothing to lose, no setup cost, and then if the IoT devices prove that they cannot help save the utility cost, they don't have to pay, right? So my question to you is that why should I pay setup cost to you without knowing that you will help me save my utility bills for sure?
Okay, I'll answer you in that. I think first of all, like we not really charge the installation fee. We charge to renting the box.
Which is
That
same.
using our box.
Okay. Same because they don't charge.
Okay. And after that, we try to make more efficient into the product in the transportation. So we believe it like in our case, like quality and the efficiency in the product in the process, and so that they can make more money on those parts, or maybe they save their waste.
Okay.
Okay,ค่ะ. Thank you for your presentation. I have two questions. From what I understand is that your business, you have to, like your target customer is like manufacturer or like the factory is, am I correct?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, so how many units do you have to sell to each customer? Because you say it's 1,000 baht per unit per point, right? So on average, how many units one customers need to use?
The one customer that we have been discussed with, they're looking for like 100 trucks. Okay, and then the second customer that we are planning to test with them, they not tell the number of the truck yet, but they want to prove the concept. Our system is working with the condition.
I see. Do you have like the average basket size or like how many units can you sell per one customer?
Okay. The standard box will be at least 100 box, but there was some extra sensor that customer may require more. Such as like the second customer, they pop in one truck, there will be one standard box and then 2 or 3 extra sensors with them.
All right, and my other question is that you've mentioned that you collect the data from your sensors, right? What are the usages of the data that you collect?
The data will tell the temperature, humidity, and those data will, first of all, will tell you that immediately if something happens with the notification, such as if the temperature is rising right away, and the supervisor will be able to help the driver or the worker to solve the problem immediately. And the second part of the data will pass into the machine learning and AI to analyze what is going on and then try to create the prevention in the next future or give the suggestion on that one.
Okay, so this is the big data that you mentioned, right? So you will use this data and like prevent the causes. No worries, no worries. I'm just saying, like, because you say you are collecting data for the purpose of creating the big data, like I was wondering, what are you going to use from the big data that you've been trying to collect?
Okay. One of the data that we will be able to use, if you collect all those information, you will be able to estimate the shelf life. Let's say the case of if you bring the strawberry from one side to the other side, and the first shipment will be perfect, right? But the second shipment, it may expose some information, expose some temperature higher, so the shelf life can be shorter. So in the normal process that in the supermarket using it in the first in first out, like whatever comes in first, they try to sell first. So with our information and big data analysis, will tell them that the second shipment can be shorter, so you try to sell the second shipment before the first shipment.
All right, thank you.
Thank you คุณอมรมีอะไรเสริม
Comparing between like freshness of the product versus like the cost saving on transportation, which one would you like priority more?
With the cold fresh, with the transportation, what I say that the qualification not just only like tracking the freshness, we be able to track the location and we be able to do the feed as well. But as nowadays, most of customers already have the feed, so that we will feed information into our system to help them save more on both sides.
All right, the time is up. Thank you so much. A big round of applause, please. Thank you for joining us. Sorry for the inconvenience with the network and everything, but now we are back to live on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, our fourth team is a company operating in the plant-based meat sector. Please welcome More Meat. ขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับ More Meat ครับ
Hello, I'm Minnie, the CEO and co-founder of More Foods InnoTech, a company that creates healthy alternative food and the producer of More Meat. Can you believe that for 15 years in a row, the #1 cause of death around the world has been from cardiovascular disease or heart disease? And the major contributing factor is from what people are eating. It's a poor diet, high in levels of fat, cholesterol, and sodium. That is why doctors usually recommend you to cut down red meat and stop having fast food. But the problem is, changing the way you eat is difficult, and the main barrier to improving diet is that people do not enjoy the taste of healthy food or vegetables. Now, people could switch to plant-based meats, which seems like a good source of protein, and looks and tastes like meat. But what consumers usually discover when they switch to plant-based meats is that plant-based meats are really high in sodium and contains a lot of chemicals, artificial flavorings, and preservatives, which makes them question if plant-based meats are healthier and safer than traditional meat. With no better alternatives in the market, we have created More Meat, an alternative protein that satisfies like meat, is nutritious, and it is safe for everyday consumption. More Meat cooks like minced pork and can be used in various types of cuisine. It can be boiled, baked, or stir-fried. When designing More Meat, we put a lot of focus on nutrition, making sure More Meat contains all the good nutrition that traditional meat has, such as B vitamins, complete proteins with essential aminos. And when comparing More Meat with minced pork, More Meat has twice the amount of protein with 3 times less amount of fats and no cholesterol. And the best part is, you get a larger serving for the same amount of energy, meaning that you can eat more meat and feel less guilty. Comparing More Meat with other plant-based meats in the market, More Meat is the lowest in sodium and is the only one with potassium and phosphorus level approved by doctors and nutritionists, safe for those with kidney problems to consume. We focus on using natural ingredients with no artificial flavorings, preservatives, or chemicals. Our hero is the split gill mushroom that not only contains macroproteins and essential aminos, but its unique structure mimics the muscle fibers of meat, giving More Meat its unique meat-like texture. And we sourced the mushroom from a local community in Songkhla, believing that supporting smaller producer groups can drive positive changes to the communities that produce them. We're also involved in a food rescue mission, supplying More Meat meals to communities with less income and high levels of hunger. Our target are health-conscious and health-concerned consumers, with the market size in Asia-Pacific worth around $417 million. In January, we have launched our own pilot plant and began the commercialization of More Meat. We have a sales revenue growth of 15% each month, and our latest achievement was welcoming a new partner who is one of Thailand's biggest plant-based food company, V Foods Thailand. And with this partnership, we're able to scale up production as well as expanding our distribution channel, putting us on track to reach $600,000 US dollar in revenue next year. More meat comes in the form of raw material, similar to minced pork, and the business model is B2B. Here are a few of the restaurants we supply more meat to. And the increase in flexitarian consumers, up almost 30% here in Thailand. More meat is a great product for food service providers who are looking to expand their market. We are here not to ask for funding, but we're here seeking for new business opportunities and collaborations with restaurants, hotels, and wellness centers, as well as hospitals. More meat promotes health benefits, which from research is the key selling point for customers here in Southeast Asia. We have gained a lot of media and press interest from the media and press, and by leveraging our digital media influences and existing customer base, we are a great candidate to work with. We have also gained interest from celebrity chefs like Satian and food bloggers, and our customers love our product. All in all, we believe that the solution to being healthier isn't to have less meat, but to have more meat that is better for your health, the society, and the environment. Thank you.
Thank you very much. More meat, less beauty. I love that. เชิญท่านกรรมการเลยครับ
Thank you for the presentation. Just my curiosity, like, what are the raw material apart from the mushroom that you used for making the more meat?
So the two main ingredients are the split gill mushroom, soy. This is the base of our product. We also use binding substance like carrageenan, beetroot for the color, and we use yeast for the savory kind of flavor for the. But more meat doesn't contain any artificial flavorings or like natural flavorings in that sense.
And when comparing to the traditional minced pork, like how would you pricing your product?
So the retail pack of more meat, which looks like this, comes in the size of 200 grams per pack, and it's priced at 89 baht in retail. So comparing with, the price is in the same range as premium pork or premium meat in the supermarket.
Hi, correct me if I'm wrong, but like what I know is that, like products like Impossible Foods or they have to sell in the higher price because they have higher R&D costs. They hire a lot of like PhDs, people to put a lot of time and resources into like perfecting the texture and the taste. So can you share with me like what is it like from like for your R&D process? Do you have to put a lot of money into it? Like what's your unfair advantage that you can maybe sell in a lower price than those brands?
So to begin with, the cost of R&D, we use professors that is actually our friends, like a family friend, so that helps save costs, and they're very motivated, and they really show the potential of Thai researchers who just needs a little like spark, and then they will be able to come up with many ideas. And I think the unfair advantage that makes more meat lower in cost compared to Impossible or Beyond is that we use a lot of local
talent and local ingredients.
Local ingredients like the split gill mushroom, which doesn't require the like importation cost. That is one of the advantage we have. And That's that's it.
โอเคค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ
Right. So let me ask from like financial VC investor, right? When you show us the market potential is less than 500 million US, that is very small. So you know what you have to do in order to like make at least 10x of that. Where you have to go, who you have to sell.
So to go more than the expectation. So right now, as we show in the slide, the market size is lower than 500 because of the lean meat industry. So what we are chasing for the healthier option to the red meat industry or another alternative meat product.
In Southeast Asia?
In Southeast Asia and globally, like in the next step.
So you think Southeast Asia would be big enough for this?
Yes. By right now, if we are facing we are chasing the mindset of the people who want to turn and consume the healthier option, so that we are aiming to like go step by step in the future.
Right, okay. Let's say I'm wrong. I think Southeast Asia alone will be still quite small in the next few years, right? But let's say I'm wrong, yeah? And what's your plan to increase the production while keeping the cost low? Would that mushroom can like grow like, as many as you want? How long would it takes, and what's your like production plans would look like? How much of the capex would go to that?
No, that's a good point. That's a good question too. So as we do the more meat, what we aim for, would like not scaling our manufacturing to be super large size. What we are aiming for, to invest in different locally to make the plan is compact enough to get more people in that society to earn more money by working in the plant-based or in the plant-based meat production. So when we scale up as the small plant as we do like right now in the society. So in the next few years, so you might see the like mini factory who in every society produce their own plant-based. So in the long term, split gill mushroom will not only one source of protein that's gonna be best for this type. You might see some more vegetable or some more locally plant that will make the plant-based meat available in each society, in each community.
Right, so it means that you are going to sell the technology to do that.
We're going to share duplicate our idea and put it in their social, in their community. Yep.
Right, okay. As I still have a bit more time, allow me to ask some more questions, right? More meat is not the only Thailand-based and plant-based meat, right? Compared to your competitor, one of the key competitor sit right here. What are the key differentiation?
Okay, sorry.
I think from my standpoint as the marketing, so as here as on the slide, the sustainability or about the global warming might not be the biggest concern for the Southeast Asian countries, since we still have hungers. Plus, currently, like most of our customer also vegetarian and vegan and J eaters. So those quality of our consumer, they love to support and help. So the way what we do is we connect with organizations such as SOS that go back with the slide that help providing the free meals for the people with the low incomes. So more meat help them create a better nutritious meal for the low-income people in the communities also. So when our customer buy one pack of more meat, they feel like not just nutritious protein for themselves, they can also help local farmers and also help the rescue kitchen also. So that's the quality that they get for paying 89 baht per pack of more meat.
And just adding on to what Turbo just said, from research and also from our past experience in the plant-based meat industry, currently the buying incentive for people in Asia, and especially Southeast Asia, is more towards health-related, like promoting health, because it's something that, it's a topic that they understand and they can relate with, rather than sustainability, which is one of the main key selling point for other plant-based meats brand, whether in Thailand or around the world. And that's what differentiates More Meat than the other brands. Yeah.
Right. So I think as you are still at the early stage, right? But I think big congratulations that you have come this far. But two things from me นะคะ Firstly, to คุณ Parada point, the production cost, right? How do you make sure that you can keep it low, yeah? And the second one is on the marketing side, because at the end of the day, Beyond Meat or Impossible Burger or all this stuff, right? Or even in Thailand, we already have 3-4 brands, right? So it's really the marketing angle that you have to think about how to differentiate. I know that the SOS Rescue Kitchen is good, but I'm not sure that that's enough. Yeah. This is not a question, just my comments that you might need to work on. Okay.
Thank you. Can I just add on to that?
Sure.
I think the key selling point for our product is that we promote on health rather than environmental or sustainability side.
Which is the same as, I mean, anyone can do that, right?
Yes and no at the same time, because right now most of the plant-based meat companies are focused more on, appealing to the mass. So they do a lot of seasoning. They do a lot on the tasty side to gain a lot of customers to try their product. But what we learned is that real customers who are willing to repeat customers are more focused on the health concerns. So we design a product so that it promotes more in health. But if you compare it to other plant-based meats are really high in sodium, and they still contain a lot of chemicals that, in the end of the day, you don't really notice them promoting on health, because they talk more on the environmental side and the animal welfare side, because the products are not healthy.
Sure, but if I really focus on my health, I can just eat plant.
Definitely,
right.
yeah.
All right, thank you very much. A big round of applause for More Meat. Thank you for your presentations. And
Hi, my name is Nat. I'm from Artificial Anything Company. Liquid contamination in production causes a wide range of effects, both producer and consumer. It's a lose-lose situation in the long run. While the producer may lose profit and brand trustworthiness, it also makes consumers get sick from such products, be it malnutrition from the food or from the water they feed into the farm and cost-effective products. When you want to approach such problem is where the problem is occurred the most, is in the QC process in raw material extraction. While the manufacturer wants something that is fast and accurate enough to let them make a decision on time, we want to focus on create a rapid system that fit into the factory context. Our solution, we call it EIS, or it's called electromagnetic image spectroscopy. The system works by, we collect the data from the sample that we want to test and cross-referencing them with the data that we have and interpret them how identical it is by using AI algorithm. And that brings up 3 outstanding advantages. Firstly, it can prevent the low-quality material by screening out the bad batches. Secondly, because it decided to be used on-site, and that means it reduced an operational time to be in the matter of seconds instead of you sending the sample to the lab and wait for the weeks. And lastly, it provides a consistent results. We have the use case we are working on that I will show you. We have the use case of beverage manufacturer. The current problem is that they have the problem in adulterated water, coconut water inside their raw materials. And they respond this problem by, they create a special team to do human testing and doing brief refractometer testing, which is a sweetness meter testing. And it's still not distinguished enough between adulterated one and purified one, and that causes bottleneck in production line and also the risk of contamination inside the production line. So we designed a rapid test device for them to use in the production line and get rid of bottleneck problem and also improve significant in accuracy. In our control environment, we will save around $1,000 when compared to the current solution, which rely on man skills, and we would reduce the operational time into 10-second intervals per samples when comparing to the bricks refractometer, which take time around 3 to 5 minutes, and also into lab tests is around days or weeks. And we have a database that accurate around 98% when compared to carbon isotope, which is standard measurement. These are the prototype that we are working on. It's for the use case and testimonial. It comprises with 2 parts. The very sensor device that works with a web interface for making decision and real-time monitoring for the clients. Some device has on screen for rapid test situation. And in Thailand, we have a target market that we are focused on is F&B and agriculture industry. That total market size is around $3,000 million. And our first move is coconut water, which has market value around $12.5 million. And we would generate the money by using a subscription model with both hardware and software. And our customer group is intermediaries in the supply chain, beverage factories, and contract. From the customer side, we will focus on establishing long-term relationship with the companies, and while making our products known by exposing ourselves in commission expos and direct sales. With the market landscape, we can categorize the products into groups in the lab scale equipment, which focus highly on accuracy, while the portable sensor is designed to meet the user needs that doesn't need an extensive accuracy, but time optimization, and that we fall into the latter, and we compete with NIR and Raman spectrometer. When compared to other spectrometer like NIR and Raman, we are strong with signal penetration, which means we can collect the data more, and that means we can generate an analysis and create more accuracy. These are the team of the companies. Mr. Tony has a background in engineering, and he is an expert on microwave sensor and all of electrical engineering. And me, Nat, I am a product designer. I also have experience on entrepreneurship with running a company called Pana Objects. We are looking for the seed funds for develop the software and manufacturing our products to be fully commercialized. And we want to make the funds to be used in the marketing, also in to make a product awareness in the market. And that's including our pitch. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our people seeking $250,000 seed round. All right. Judges, if you're ready.
Thank you for the presentation. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So your main target customer right now would be the beverage manufacturer, right?
Yes.
And you start with the coconut water, sorry. And your equipment, like how it like applicable to other type of beverage, for example, like the beer or like the water, because the like contamination in each type of the water is different, right? So can you elaborate more on this point?
Yes, sure. For example, in the case of our techniques, we can measure the percent of the alcohol in the wine also, and it can be applied in the other of the liquid. For example, green tea to measure the caffeine in the coffee or something like that. In the percent of alcohol in wine, and okay, that's just for the example. And just around measure how much of the fat in the coconut milk or something like that. Yes, we can apply.
Okay. And what are the like current practice in examining those like quality in the coconut water? They use people to sampling or
ครับ
Okay, they mostly use two methods. They use human test, which is use human sampling, and also they also use a Briggs refractometer, which is a sweetness meter that they have to look into the coconut water sample. If they are above the threshold or below the threshold, it's not passed.
okay. And if talking in terms of the competition, like do you have any competitor in the market right now?
So for the competitor, when we compare the price, our products to the laboratories instrument, our product is very cheap, and we compare to in the processing. For example, in the coconut case, the expertise to test the coconut, they use around 3 minutes for test one sample. But in our techniques, in our equipment, can reduce from 3 minutes to 10 seconds. For in the case of a big lot of the raw material inside, in one batch is around 10,000 liters per batch. In the factory, they have many of the experts to test it. But if they use our products, they can reduce the cost of the employee, of the expertise, and the speed is so fast.
Okay, thank you.
So in addition to Kun Amon's question, like since you've mentioned that your device can apply to other like liquid
Yes.
products as well, do you need like what do you need to go through, like customization or any technology? Like do you have to do anything to the device in order to be able to test another product?
Yes, because of the base of our technology is based on two parts. One is high frequency sensors. Second is the AI algorithm. In the technically is very hard to make the bad model of define of each the liquid. But in the AI technique, we can learning process. The customer can sense their products to make a standard to us, and the standard can be learning in our algorithm. In the future, we plan to make many of the library. In the one set of instrument, they can use and select the type of detection. For example, if they want to detect the coconut, they can select the library coconut. If they want to detect the orange juice, they select the orange juice.
Thank you.
So it's quite exciting to see what you have come up with. So first of all, congratulations that you have come this far. My question is that why you pick coconut as the first juice to go after?
Okay, so because we have the connection meeting of in talking in about the manager of the factory in some this company in the big beverage in Thailand. So they asked me because before I do that, I make like a smart cup. The cup can detect the sugar in the beverage. It's like a gadget. But after that, the industrial just interesting in our technology to apply to the QC process, and we just cooperation and work together with the beverage industry.
So in short, you pick coconut juice because that is the connection that you have at the moment.
And also that's because the coconut juice always have the problem of contamination.
Right, fine,ค่ะ. And then when you say on the slide that the value is 12.5 million USD, what is it? Like the value that the company has to pay for testing for the whole year or what? What exactly that is?
Oh, that was a market value of the coconut juice in the market, 12.5 million
Oh, you mean the sales of the coconut
yes,
juice
yes,
for the
yes.
whole
Right.
Yes.
year is 12.5.
Yes.
So that is not your market value, right?
No.
No.
Right. So how much is the tasting would cost?
We would put into the subscription model. The package would be around.
Right. I mean, what I like to know is that, again, I'm sorry to say I'm the financial investor, right? Let's say you get the 100% of these coconut juice to taste by AA, right? How much would you make?
The price of our service, right?
Yes. How much would you make out of these? Like, let's say if the coconut juice guy used your tech to taste, how much would you make?
Let's say one customer would pay us monthly in 30,000 baht, Thai baht, per month.
So you mean you will get 360,000 baht in a year for if you earn 100% market share of the tasting.
Right.
Okay, that is extremely small. What's next? What are the other juice? What's your plan to grow big? What is it?
Right now we focus on the coconut water and
It's not enough. That's what I'm
and
telling
also
you.
we want to focus on the region of Southeast Asia.
Of what?
Let's say Indonesia and Philippines is the number one of coconut exporter, and they also has a problem with adulterated coconut water.
Okay, let's say if you have 100% of that, how much would you make? No, I mean, it's okay. Don't need to ask. I mean, what I'm trying to say is that, I feel that you have a good tech, right?
Yes,
let's
yes.
see. Let's assume that what you have shown it to us is right. That you get 98% accuracy. We cannot prove it now, but we trust you. I mean, with that kind of tech, you should go big, right? And coconut juice should be
Yes.
like if it give you 360,000 baht a year, that would be the last thing that you should go after.
Yes. We plan to in the future. We plan to the next step in the agriculture area. In the liquid inspector in the term of the hydroponics farming and water quality for the aquaculture also.
That sounds good, right? I mean,
Yes.
I leave it to you that because you are at your early days, as the accelerator, you still have a lot of pivot to do. Just
Yes.
want to share with you that that would be the last thing that you want to spend your time if only 360K a year that you're going to make. Forget it. Yeah? Let's move on to the big one.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Is there any more questions? No. Okay. Thank you so much. A big round of applause,
Thank you.
please.
Thank you.
Thank you. Artificial anything. They are trying to expand the technology to be used in agriculture industry, hydroponic and everything. And let's see what's happened next with this team. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next team is team 6th. Is from sector alternative protein. Pam is actually the traditional Thai vegetable that we have maybe seen or not seen before, but it's actually recently excited the world as the new superfood ผักผำนะฮะหลายคนอาจจะยังไม่เคยรู้จักเดี๋ยวมาทราบกันจากทีมนี้นะครับ Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot wait to hear more about this. Please welcome Advanced Green Farm.
Hello, everyone. Well, as you know, our planet is getting small. Well, not that the planet is getting small, but we are probably getting too big for our planet. And we are burdened, in the food industry, we are all burdened to make good, high-quality food for everyone. Well, Tam, a co-founder of Advanced Green Farm, and today I think we have a solution. And I've been a plant biologist for 30 years. I can tell you that my dream, my lifelong dream, is to search for this ideal plant that can sustain our planet. I work with microalgae, I work with plants, and I think finally I found this best green. And in Thailand, we call pam or kai nam, or English wolfia. Okay, let me tell you why. It's a complete food. It's the most nutrient-dense plant, so it contains all the minerals and vitamins like iron, calcium, that can stand alone as complete food. But I told you, we are burdened with a task to sustain our planet. Wolfia is also doesn't require pesticide, herbicide, so it's safe for our planet, and it's a zero waste. The whole thing can be eaten, nothing left to be thrown away. Okay. Well, another good news that we just found, actually didn't know before, it fits well with all kind of food. It's been traditional food, Thai food, but now we try in Western food, modern lifestyle, ice cream, yogurt, smoothie, pancake, it's all great. Well, if you haven't tried our product, please. Okay. Wolfia is a kind of duckweed. If you're in the food industry, you know that duckweed has cemented its place as an alternative protein along with insect protein or algae protein. Wolfia is kind of duckweed, but it's better because it's a tiny plant, rootless, leafless, so on your plate, it looks great. And Thai people have a long history of eating it, so the world wants to repeat us. And before I started the company, so many people around the world came to me and asked, well, when are you going to start having a company and send it to us? So here we go. Last year, we started our company. And we started from zero. From out of the lab, and then we started outdoor and grow and all that. 1 year after that, we start selling, and actually we would like to expand as well. We developed so many technology, proprietary technology. We work with many strains because Thailand is home to wolfia, so we have so many strains to work with. We study biology, find optimal condition. We apply my know-how in microalgae cultivation to do large-scale engineering. Okay, and lately, we also enter the food market products. So we develop products and we can sell. Now we sell under W for Health brand. Okay, we started selling last month, and we have great response. Okay, we just sell like fresh product, and so many customers want that. We try with the restaurants. Now we have 3 restaurants. On the left is a vegetarian restaurant. In the middle is actually owned by Michelin star chef, and then the name is a Croc. And we also have smoothie bar at Mahidol University, selling to doctors and professors, and they love it too. We started last year. We were small, but now I think we are ready. We have technology to scale up, and we like to expand to our next site and to increase our production capacity to 200 kg a day. And of course, in 5 years, this thing can scale up very quickly. So we like to expand to 20 tons a day. That is equivalent to 10% of the market share of the duckweed industry, or $30 million a year in revenue. Okay, we have competing companies, of course, all of them in the US. We are home to wolfia, and we like to, of course, produce our wolfia here and compete in the global market. On the left, you can see some companies that started. I told you wolfia is kind of duckweed, but it's harder, it's rare. Thailand people eat wolfia. So in the US, they work with duckweed. We are 1 or 2 companies that has technology to grow wolfia. The other is in Israel, but I think we have better climate to grow. Okay, so we like to seek seed fund for 10 million Thai baht. We have a great team, and we confident we can go forward. So now we like to invite you to work with us and make our planet a better world. Thank you very much.
Members on stage, please, and let's move on. Continue with the judges. This is so exciting.
This is Ajahn Visuwat, my partner at home and in the company.
That's nice. So she's the boss.
Yes.
Right. Thanks for your presentation. Am I correct to say that your business model is being a production plant?
Yes.
Right. Not doing your own brand, yeah?
We mainly were B2B. We produce raw mat. Okay, but initially, early on, we also, and maybe later on too, we have a B2C, small B2C segment where we can educate our customer, as well as for high value added products. So something that we like to keep small, as I say, high value added products that can educate customer. However, we're looking to work with food industry to co-partner with food industry to educate a market as well as develop their own products.
Right. So I think that's a good segue to my second question, right? Because if you are the production plant, right, it will be relied on the distributor, the seller, how they can make these woofia like big, right? When I look at it, I'm thinking about like spirulina, right? That used to be no one knows about it, and then somehow it becomes so big. And if I understand correctly, Thailand is the biggest production base of spirulina.
We were the first. Now we're not the biggest, but we were the first.
Right. Okay. So with that, again, come back to what I'm trying to understand, right? Because you are the production plant. Now we have to rely on the others to promote these woofia, right? Why? How do you believe that they can do it, or what is really the plan to make woofia at least half popular or well accepted as the spirulina?
You're the strategy officer. Would you like to answer?
Well,
boss answer.
Yes, thank you for the question. The woofia itself is more palatable than spirulina, so it's great for everyday food. It can be frozen and keeps very well. So unlike spirulina that you cannot consume fresh, and usually people consume it as a supplement, and you cannot eat a lot of that. And we're trying to promote people to eat the woofia as staple food. You can mix it with your mashed potato and gravy. It can be a side dish to your steak. It can be turned to ice cream. It can be incorporated in juice. So we're hoping that actually the market for woofia is much bigger. Educating the customer will not be as easy. However, we hope to work with some very strong corporate partners to do that. And we are not the only one in the market. Actually, we have a lot of help from our competitors. It's great to not be the first mover in this industry, I would say. Because in the US, a company has already educated the US customers. They've already got the exemption from the US FDA, so this can be sold as a food in the US already, and in EU, they're also applying for a similar thing, so it can be used as food. Actually, that's how it got started. Is a professor from Germany came to Thailand because he wants to promote this, and he wants to find evidence that people already consume this, and it causes no harm to human health. Right. So I hope that we'll also ride their waves as well as we can promote this from the Asian market, which a lot of customers already know this product. This woofia wins awards in almost every innovation competition stages in Thailand currently.
Right, sure.
So
Thanks.
I think there are lots of ripples from that as
Right.
well.
I mean, just one point that I'm trying to make here, right? I think educating customers, it's you really have to have like what you said, a great plan and great partners to do that with you.
Yes, thank you.
Maybe we have to try that first.
We've got just a little bit more ice cream left, so whoever comes out of this room first gets the ice cream.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. How long for the cultivation period of growing the woofia?
Okay, well, it doubles its mass every 3 days. So you have 1 kilogram today, another 3 days, 1 kilogram. Or if you have 100 kilogram, another 3 days, you have 100 kilogram.
I see. And under what conditions that it will grow the best?
Okay, well, that's a long answer, and that's our what we're trying to do, and we're still optimizing. So I can tell you there's a temperature that it wants, there's a photo period like drilling it wants, nitrogen that it wants, so many things, little tiny details.
So can we say that like Thailand is the best place to grow the woofia, or it can be grown anywhere?
I believe so. I mean, it can grow. Well, now it's grown in Israel, and we will grow in the USA, but we still believe that this woofia globosa is native to Thailand and has preference in the Thai climate. And we don't have exact data to make direct comparison between Hinoman and our company because there's still a secret too, but yes, it grows very well here, as you probably know.
Okay, I see. And what is your key competitive advantage comparing to like other food or vegetable manufacturer?
Like different kinds of vegetables? Or
Yeah, like something that could be compete with
sure.
Ophir as
okay,
a
well,
superfood.
right now in the protein industry, pea protein is a leading competitor. Pea protein has high protein. Ours has high protein too, but we have more. Our nutritional value is compared to kale. So a combination of high protein and like values like kale. And the other is it grows more quickly than pea protein. So over the long run, we believe that the price point will be competitive or even lower than pea protein.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Is it like a smart farming, like the way you grow how do you?
Oh, sure, we have 5 PhDs.
It has to be smart. The farm must be so smart.
Wow, yeah, so that tells about like how quality the team is. No, my point is, well, we invested in one company that do like a smart farming for the spirulina. So they don't sell just the end products, right? But they also sell like the whole farming system for anyone who's interested to have like a side income, like they can just put the farming system on top of the building. Is it possible for you guys to venture into that business model or anything?
Well, it's a model, and I can tell you, it's maybe a long answer, but I can tell you, like, we started by growing this thing for our kids at home to eat it, and they still eat it every day. So we really want the whole Thailand, like every household, to be able to grow, and have a website to educate people to do this. But in terms of food industry, of course, we want high productivity, we want lower price or high like premium quality. So we're not exactly trying to sell the platform, but it's the product, and value-added product is our main value.
Well, in the past year, since we pitched for Space F, there was still ideation. So we was probably the youngest company in this incubator. From that day until today, we have spent a lot of resources to basically collect the data about the optimum growing condition, as well as the strains that we choose, as well as the nutrition that they provide. And all together with that, with the seed money, we are trying to expand this technology and use a lot of the smart technologies and automation to reduce the cost. And it's super easy with this plant because it's grown on water. So manipulating water is easier than soil. Definitely we can control that. And with the data that we have, we can turn it into automation very easily for engineering control. And we also have biotechnology that we can apply to these as well. So definitely a platform is a way that we can go, because after it surpasses a certain point, we're not planning to do this ourselves anymore, and definitely it has to be scaled up.
Contract farming is also, but it's a long way.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. ขอเสียงปรบมือด้วยนะครับ
ขอบคุณค่ะ
Advanced Green Farm. This is very exciting and new to a lot of people. And now we have come to our very last team of today, Team 7, ladies and gentlemen. This team is from Sector Alternative Protein. It is a plant-based meat company from Chiang Mai, Thailand. Please welcome Let's Plant Meat. ขอเสียงปรบมือด้วยครับ
Good afternoon. My name is Smith, CEO of Let's Plant Meat. We believe that our eating can change the world, and I'd like today to tell you our story. As you may know, that meat production is one of the leading threats to global warming and climate change. 83% of the land is used for feeding livestock. 27% of fresh water is going to the meat and dairy production. And these are the real threat globally. Zoom it in. This is our home, my home in Chiang Mai. This is 420 microgram per cubic meter. Is AQI that we breed from December to March of every year. Why? Because farmer is growing corn. And growing corn to feeding livestock, and that livestock is to go to meat industries. And the burning doesn't stop in our border. It's burning everywhere. Even though we don't burn in Thailand, we'll burn it everywhere. So, for as long as we continue to consume meat, the air we breathe will continue to be polluted. And what if we can offer consumer a product that is just tasty and also environmentally friendly? This is the plant-based meat that we'd like to come and tackle. Yes, we see the rise of Beyond Meat and Impossible Foods in the USA. But when they pick up from the supermarket, 300 baht per 2 burger patties, 150 each, this is something that will shock you. And what about Asia? We earning the Thai minimum wage is at 320 baht. We could afford 2 burger patty a day. So we'd like to come here and make sure that we can make a change in the plant-based meat industry in Southeast Asia. So let's plant meat pillar. We believe in 3 things. We believe in what we want to create great taste from our research in culinary and our scientific research on proteins. Secondly, we want to focus on Asia in terms of taste, recipes, offerings, and the price level. Thirdly, we want to create a message for the better world. Our branding, less plant meat, is mean that we together, everybody can come and help and plant the meat from soil, not from the slaughterhouse. Plant-based eating in Asia is reaching $3.5 billion in 2025. And we believe that we can take part in that movement. Industry landscape, we see that on the horizontal axis, like wholesome and flavorful meat, a lot of imports coming there. But it's not affordable. We have the J vegetarian also is boring. So we want to go into that quadrant to offer something that is good and that is affordable for the Asia people. We started with burger patty. Matt said that is the best burger patty that he ate in decades. We received astounding review from consumers. Some say we even taste better than Beyond Meat. This is what we're very proud. And now we want to start offering something that Thai people will eat more often, like kaprao or minced meat. They can do dumpling and other things. And in the future, we like to offer something that the world wants from Asia, which is Asian plant-based meat diets. So we're starting to list in our product in 150 outlets across Thailand in all major retailers. We sold already 20,000 burger patties in the past 4 months. We're partnering with Kiang, which is the street food style restaurant that we offer in all 70 branches on the kaprao unmeat or plant-based meat kaprao. Our business model, we want to offer to retail, to food services, and to as an ingredient for the food industry. We want to target 6 countries in Asia: Thailand, Indonesia, Singapore, Malaysia, India, and China. Our revenue target, we want to achieve 100 million serving in the next 5 years combined. It means equivalent to 1,000 full container of 20-foot container loads. And it will mean $100 million of revenue. And we expect to see 30% of the gross margin. We're looking to raise $2.8 million to grow the market. We want to focus our country in Thailand, in Singapore, and in India, where we see tremendous opportunity over there. We want to create more 10 news items, and we want to start on the protein research. And this is our team. We have 4 people, starting with 3, and now we added another 1. Myself, Smith, vegetarian CEO, with the food industry experience for decades. And then Miss Titima, she has the experience with Cargill meat, 10 years there. Miss Fatin from Malaysia, she is leading researcher on plant-based meat that we have right now. And Mr. Sonchai, he came from the tech industry to bring in business development background to help us grow commercially in Southeast Asia. Our unique advantage is we have the domain expertise. In the past 4 months, we launched a product within a month, and then we come this far and this fast because we understand production, we understand food safety, and we have a network of suppliers and the distributors. Secondly, we can launch product very rapidly. We have flavoring and pilot plan ourselves. And thirdly, we are the lovable brands that we want to talk to consumers in the humbleness and inclusiveness. We are ready to take on Asia, and we'd like you to join our journey. Thank you.
Come to the judges, please.
Great presentation. Thanks for that. And I love the name, right? Let's Plant Meat. That's such a cool name, right? Whoever come up with that, he's cool. It's not you, is it you?
She is behind.
Awesome. Right. So just like what I share with more meat, that these I feel that it's gonna be commodity, right? Everyone trying to do it. And that's why that's why I like it when you touch on the brand, right? Can you help me understand a bit more how you plan to build the brand and what would be uniqueness into this brand?
Sure. Look at the global leader, Beyond Meat, they're talking about health and wellness, fitness, abs, ribs, athletic, you can have endurance by eating their plant-based meat. Impossible Food trying to tackle on the impossible thing that hymns would create, the flavor that come from meat. And I feel that this something is disconnect. It's not the value system that Asia would like to hear. We want to target more feminists. You see that both two brands, they're talking to the masculine, the meat eater. We like to talking to the people who buying food for the household, ladies who are trendies and caring for their kids and caring for themselves. And by doing that, we want to create the atmosphere that is friendly, safe, and like to buy it and then become the part of their everyday purchase. And this is our message that will be different. And then we start communicating through the online channel, using influencer, using our direct message, and then using the PR media to tell why we are doing what we are, and like to talk to you frankly and friendly. We want to be transparent. We want to offer something that you could trust with our brand, and food safety is our utmost importance.
Right. Let's talk about the price point a bit, right? Let's say, I like to compare it with minced pork.
Yeah.
Let's say minced pork is X, and where is less plant meat?
Sure. So minced pork selling 300 grams in supermarket for 30 something baht.
Okay.
We are aiming to sell our plant-based minced meat 79 baht, 450 grams. Today, we still double the price at half the quantity. It's still an uphill battle because the industry is vast, and then the meat industry has a lot of whale oil system. We are at the beginning of the uphill climbing, and we hope that the more we do, the more supply chain, the more demand will grow, the more we can enter the chill section, the more we can have other demand or direct to customers opportunity. I think this is something that we like to improve upon more.
Right. You have said all the right things, and share with us more the production. What's the plan?
Sure. Production will be, we would take Chiang Mai as the research center and pilot manufacturing center. We are sourcing the ingredients from global supply chains. We want to make sure that we have access. When the opportunities come, we don't suffer and knee down. We have to have in frozen food makes so much sense. We're going to use Chiang Mai to mix and pre-mix it so that we can lock our intellectual property in the formulation. And we send them to co-manufacture and ship to Thailand and throughout the world. And this is our plan to grow.
Last question from me before I let the other judges ask. Sorry for that. So for the production side, you prefer to do big plants, or you prefer to do the smaller plants locally, like more meat?
So we aim to make it affordable, like we mentioned, taste good, affordable, so that we want to ride upon the supply that we have. I think Thailand is the place where we can do that easily, and the market that we like to tackle geographically is to advantage of Thailand as an exporter country. And if the market promised a demand, we would like to use the model to manufacture, co-manufacture inside the country, like in Malaysia or in wherever, like Europe. I think we feel that. And then one of the other things that I'd like to add is, not only we'd like to add Thailand as a base for production, but the culinary heritage, the charm of Thailand, Thai food. People come here for the food, and we want to offer that to the market of the world, like USA, Europe, Australia, and everybody will like to have a chance to eat plant-based meat that come from Thailand. And meat products could not be easily exported, and this will be the very first time that we would export like Thai sausages, sai uwa nam, outside from Thailand. This is the plan that we'd like to offer it to the market.
Like, let's plan
anything.
Nam.
Let's plan nam. Let's plan sausage. Let's plan
Sounds really
wonton
good. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you for the presentation, and the burger is tastes really good. And can you tell us your secret regarding the research and development?
Sure.
Because I understand that you took only 2 years from the beginning to here, and your burger is pricing less than the other two major competitors with better nutrition, I guess, right?
Nutrition wise, I think is kind of comparable. We want to offer the best taste first. The nutrition will be improved upon later.
Okay. So
And
what is your secret then?
secret is we Niti Food, the company that we have experience from, we are the manufacturer of spices and seasoning. We understand taste. And one of the sector we offer is the meat marination. We understand how to make it good tasting meat products. So what we don't have is the texture development, so that we start on that and then we combine to our good tasting platforms, and that we can launch a product rapidly. We don't want to offer something that you have to add on more at home. But the thing is, we like to do that first, and then we like to add something that one of the motto we like to do is will be tasting good out of the package. So that will be applicable for the busy lifestyle of the mothers. They don't want to find a way, hey, I want to marinate and buy these other things. We like to create the convenience as part of the taste, and then make sure that we can maintain the price where it's affordable.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay. Want to add a little bit more. I think as someone that I watch what I eat, but like it has to taste good. So I think like in the end, like people would repurchase what's only tastes good. So I think you understand what the market really needs, and you seem to know what you're doing. And I think another point that is important is like distribution channel, because sometimes people don't get to study the products before they buy, right? So the first encounter of your product is on the shelf or in the fridge. So I think like for the products that has so many competitors at the moment, like if you're the first product that arrive, the local supermarket, that would be an advantage. So can you share a little bit more on like how do you manage the distribution process?
Okay, distribution. I think one of the secret of this plant-based meat is you have to ride on the industry ecosystems. You could not reinvent the new wheels. So one of the the key partner that work with Thailand is Jakarta Brother Tradings. They are the meat importer from overseas and the trading in retail. They understand the food services, and they know so much how to handle the meat and the food safety. We really trust them how to handle the cold chain systems. And this is something where if you partner well with the meat industry players, and why meat industry? Because they also want to offer something that the market is wanting. And the price that we can do it in Thailand make it justifiable for them to carry our product and work it to supermarket. And we receive very positive feedback from everyone in the supermarket chain. We taste good, we price better. And then secondly, we like to make sure that people when try our products, they will come and maybe buy based on the review from influencer. They start buying once. But once they buy one product, one other package, they will come back and buy 4 and buy 5. And we are aiming to sell in a carton where it's a protein, where I think the consumption is very, very fast and very quick. You see people from the vegan and vegetarian in Thailand that they stay at home, they'll eat that. And then we'd like to see more of the people to incorporate plant-based meat into their 21 meals a week. We want to see 5, 7 a week, and that's the place where we'd like to promote our product to be a choice for the meat eater to be a flexitarian.
All right. Thank you so much. A big round of applause, please. Let's plan meat. A very interesting name of the brand indeed. Like we can actually know what it is right after hearing the name of the brand. ครับผม ขอเปิดไมค์นิดนึงนะครับ
if you don't mind, I just would like to say to all the startups here that some of the questions that we have asked, it could be a bit feel like we put the knife and twist it, but it's all for your own good, because at these you are still at your early days, right? If you already have the right questions, right? Because if you answer the wrong question, you're just wasting time,นะคะ. If you have the right question to find the answer, that is the best you could have at this stage. So hopefully you do not feel discouraged, and you should not, right? You know, TUF and Thai Bev pick you. You should be super proud,นะคะ. And Mamio and Kunamon and I really excited and just want to say that you guys doing some good things. So please do not feel discouraged. You can come and ask us afterwards if you like to you know, get more clarification,นะคะ.
I like that. A big round of applause, please. Don't be discouraged. Just this, right? คุณพรดามีอะไรจะเสนอเพิ่มไหมครับผมเชิญได้เลยนะครับคุณอมรนะครับโอเคถ้างั้นขอเสียงปรบมือดังๆให้ท่านคณะกรรมการด้วยนะครับ Thank you so much, the three of our honorable judges, for joining us today. We are very grateful to have you here. Have learned so much, have known so much more of the details in doing business and also other parts as well. I think we have seen that how hardworking all of the teams has been putting into in the last 10 months, and I would like to congratulate all of the teams to come this far. A big round of applause for all of them. 7 teams, including the 2 teams online with us too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we have come to the very last part of today's event. But before we bid our farewell, I would like to invite the 3 executives from the 3 co-founders that had made the event possible to please join me on stage and say a few words before we go. First, please welcome the representative from Mahidol University, Associate Professor Dr. Sithiwat Lertsiri.
คุณธีรพงษ์จันทร์สิริไทยยูเนียน Dr. ธัญวัฒน์เกษมสุวรรณ Thai Union as well. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. So on behalf of Mahidol University, Professor Banjong Mahai-Sawariya, the president of Mahidol University, asked me to express his sincere congratulations to all of the successful incubator startups that complete the program SpaceF Batch 1. We do admire your success that you have gained during these months with a hard time of COVID-19. You are the first batch of SpaceF project and the pioneer of Thailand's the first FOODTECH accelerator incubator. Your success inspired the young generation who are looking for a new role model, as well as entrepreneurial education that is now indispensable for global talent. We also hope that even the SpaceF Batch 1 now comes to the final stage, we will be your partners that support your startups in the near future as well. Some of you may participate in our accelerator Batch 2, so that we will see you soon. The president of Mahidol University also asked me to express cordial gratitude to our partners, the National Innovation Agency or NIA, the Thai Union groups, for your dedication. We also would like to convey thanks to the working teams that strive to make SpaceF success. The second batch of the SpaceF will begin so soon, expanding partnership with Thai Bev, Betagro, and Deloitte. This inauguration with our full commitment will ensure the success of the SpaceF Batch 2 and visualize the unifying power of science and technology with business to create the successful entrepreneurs in the global food industry. Thank you very much and see you soon in SpaceF Batch 2.
Thank you very much. Associate Professor Dr. Sitiwat Lasuri, representative of Mahidol University, one of the 3 co-founder of SpaceF. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Senior Vice President of Thai Beverage PLC, Mr. Chong Lebertong. ขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับนะครับ
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just spend a few minutes to explain what Thai Bev is doing here, why we're here, what issues we're trying to solve, and what we expect of the participation in this program. The reason we're here is we're facing, like all food companies, a revolution, a slow revolution, not as fast as other kind of tech environments, but nevertheless a revolution. Consumer demands are changing. Our population is aging. People have tremendous health requirements that are rising through. People expect much more convenience in the way they eat the food. And all of these things, of course, consumers have always changed, right? But the changes are accelerating with technology changes that we have. So consumers are changing. The supply end of things is also changing. We have ingredients that we're manufacturing now. Wasn't the case before. We took whatever was available and then we basically consumed it. Now we're tinkering with nature. We're bringing a completely different set of ingredients. We understand much more what we need, and we're much more able to actually tailor what we need to the tailor ingredients to meet the needs that we actually have. Not just what's inside, packaging is changing also. It's not just the ingredient technology. You have new ways of packaging our products, whether to kind of extend the shelf life or provide more convenience and the like. So we really are changing both from the demand and the supply side. Then our whole market, the way we sell ourselves is changing also. I mean, the food companies had a very defined business model that was we produced, we gave it to a retailer who gave it to a consumer. This is being upended by the internet and the web, where increasingly we have a requirement to go direct to the consumer, which is something very new, whether it's in terms of our marketing or whether it's in terms of how we drive our products. And then the last area is our operations. We're a large manufacturer, and like everyone, we have new technologies that are changing the way we need to manufacture. And these are all the sensors, the artificial intelligence, machine learnings, and that type of stuff. And so when we're faced with this, what can we actually do? Well, of course, we're trying to innovate internally, right? But as you were saying, internally, there's just so much we can actually do. We are extraordinarily good at doing some things, but not great at doing other things. And I think that's why we think we need open innovation, whether it's working through academics or working with startups to actually allow us to better understand and manage the change that we see coming. And so what do we expect of our participation? First, we expect to learn. Coming to these type of events allows us to kind of have a scan a bit of what's happening in the market from a grassroots up type of feeling, type of understanding. But second, if and when we can, we would like to kind of help some of you if it's relevant. Not every startup is relevant to our company, but some may actually be. And that's a dialogue that we can actually have. But finally also, we'd like to participate in building an ecosystem. Thailand is an amazing place for food. We were discussing it during the break. It has an amazing variety of ingredients, natural ingredients. It's a nation of foodie. I'm French. I mean, the French are like crazy about food, but I think Thais make it a bit of a competition with us about, who's more interested in food and the like. And so I don't think there's a better place on earth to actually try and build an ecosystem around the food. And I really think that this is what collectively we should set ourselves as a goal. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you. That's a very good overview of what Thai Beverages is doing here, the clear vision and the aim and everything. Thank you for sharing that with us. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite the Global Innovation Director of Thai Union Group PLC, Dr. Thanyawat Kasem to please join us on stage.
Wow. Good afternoon, all distinguished guests. First of all, I think it's quite tough to be the last person. And first of all, if you happen to know, behind you right after today, you have a networking and there's a beer booth and the fried chickens ready for you. So that's even harder too. So I try to make it quick so you all can enjoy the beer and networking right after that. First of all, I'm very proud to all the startups that have been graduated today. I have to say that some of you might not aware, actually, the graduation rate is quite, I would think, is quite low because we have a lot of startups that actually did not make it up to today. So I think unlike a lot of accelerator incubators that most people join will graduate, but I think we want to select the right quality of startup, and I think you should be very proud about that. And hopefully, with today, you will get a lot of investment and also collaborations with a lot of companies who joined today. Again, to conclude as a batch one, I think it's all payoff that you all have done a great job spending 9 months with us. I think that's something we're very proud of you. I shouldn't peak, but we just finishing a last week selection of the batch 2 for a lot of you. Hopefully we're going to have a lot of batch 2 that be exciting as much as the batch 1. There'll be 20 startups that actually we have been selected. Some of that will be very high tech, like a cell-based meat, all the ways to waste reduction applications, some novel ingredient. And actually, those 20 startups came from several countries around the world. It's actually almost in all continents, from Australia to Brazil, some in Thailand, India, so you name it. We have quite a large number of applicants that actually will be joined starting from the middle of October this year, so that a second group or second batch will be starting. And hopefully we will be able to have them presented to you as of today for the first accelerator group in the mid of March next year. So you can pencil down. So hopefully we'll have a next demo days for accelerator batch in March. And last but not least, we would like to thank you, our new partners, Type F, Beta Grow, Deloitte, that make the whole new program even more exciting. And look forward to see you all in March. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you very much. A big round of applause, please. And may I invite you to please remain on stage for our very last important session, which is the certificate ceremony. And Dr. Thanyawat would like to do the honor in presenting the certificate of completion to all of the team. All right, ladies and gentlemen, may we have you in the center, please? Okay. แล้วก็จะขอเรียนเชิญสตาร์ทอัพทั้ง 5 ทีมนะครับขึ้นมารับ certificate of completion นะครับ starting from the first team, Sesame. Congratulations. And next we have more meat. Congratulations, more meat. Next, we have artificial anything. Congratulations. ขอเสียงปรบมือด้วยนะครับ Next team, we have Advanced Green Farm. Congratulations. Last but not least, let's plant meat. เคครับ ขอเชิญทุกทีมบริเวณกลางเวทีได้เลยครับ all of the teams in the center of stage pleaseสำหรับวันนี้ต้องขอขอบพระคุณทุกท่านเป็นอย่างสูงนะครับ I really do hope that SpaceX can be a great start for us to join hands in hands and support FOODTECH startups to grow regionally and internationally. Now, ladies and gentlemen, FOODTECH Incubator Batch 1 Demo Day has been successfully completed. A big round of applause to all of the team. Congratulations! ขอแสดงความยินดีด้วยนะครับขอบพระคุณทุกท่านเป็นอย่างสูงครับ Thank you so much for joining us and please do not go home yet because we are having our very last part. The networking session will be starting outside this auditorium until 6 p.m. So please feel free to stick around, connect and work with one another and all of the teams as well. So thank you so very much for having us. And also your parking card. Don't forget to stamp at the registration table at the very front. บัตรจอดรถสามารถที่จะ stamp ได้นะครับที่บริเวณโต๊ะลงทะเบียนด้านหน้านะครับสำหรับวันนี้นะครับขอบพระคุณทุกท่านเป็นอย่างสูง Thank you very much for having me. See you next time. สวัสดีครับ